Hello and welcome! It's June 8th, 2025, and if you've glanced at Google today, you'll know LA Riots 2025 is absolutely leading the digital conversation. But before you panic scroll, let's get a clear look. This isn't just a search spike, it's Los Angeles in the midst of a major crisis, and we're here to break down why it has the world's attention. You're watching Trending Today, your go-to guide for decoding what's truly making headlines. Right now, Los Angeles is experiencing significant civil unrest, intense confrontations, and a palpable sense of urgency. Forget about dusting off old history documentaries. These are unfolding events shaping communities in real time. Our job? Lay out the facts, unravel the chaos, and give you some context as LA faces a critical moment. Law A Riots 2025. That unforgettable phrase has become the media's shorthand for a wave of large-scale protests and violent clashes sweeping through Los Angeles. These events reportedly accelerated just after Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, began widespread raids on Friday, June 6th. The phrase itself sharply echoes the tragic 1992 LA riots, sparked after the acquittal of officers in the Rodney King beating, a period which resulted in 63 deaths and extensive devastation. So, what set off the current situation? It all began with sweeping ICE operations targeting undocumented immigrants citywide, raids in the fashion district, outside a Home Depot in Paramount, and a meatpacking plant, resulting in 40, then 118 detentions for alleged violations. Homeland Security notes some detainees have criminal records. These actions were quickly met with escalating protests starting on June 6, evolving into direct clashes. Demonstrators opposing the raids have faced off against federal agents, think ICE and Border Patrol, and local police using tear gas, flashbangs, and pepper balls. Protesters reportedly responded with rocks, concrete, and even a Molotov cocktail, injuring deputies, blocking vehicles, and defacing federal buildings. In response, LAPD declared unlawful assemblies, and a citywide tactical alert is underway. The result? Rapid, widespread unrest enveloping the city. Now add political fuel to the fire. President Donald Trump has reportedly deployed 2,000 National Guard troops to LA, describing the unrest as violent mobs. California Governor Gavin Newsom sharply criticized the move, calling it purposefully inflammatory, while insisting local agencies can manage. Meanwhile, LA Mayor Karen Bass, who condemned the ICE raids as terror tactics, is now the subject of heated debate herself, facing substantial social media pressure. Homeland Security continues to defend its approach, citing officer safety and promising prosecutions for interference. It's a high-stakes confrontation, federal authority versus a city in turmoil. Visually, it's dramatic and sobering. Riot police engaging protesters in Paramount near the Home Depot and DHS office, a burning car in Compton, and crowds gathered outside the Roybal Federal Building downtown. These images, along with the name LA Riots, naturally recall the events of 1992, even though the causes differ. Just this April, the 33rd anniversary of the earlier unrest went by quietly, but now history feels urgently relevant once again. Apparently, LA's historical tensions haven't cooled off, just waited for their next big headline. If only City Peace were as easy to install as a new app. So, what comes next? Buckle up, because Los Angeles remains volatile. DHS and FBI Director Kash Patel insist that enforcement will continue. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has reportedly put Marines at Camp Pendleton on high alert for possible deployment if violence rises. More protests and clashes appear likely. The underlying issues, immigration policy, law enforcement tactics, and community trust, remain deeply unresolved and extremely high profile. Expect ongoing demonstrations, a heavy security presence, and, naturally, a fiercely debated national discourse in the days to come. Stay tuned and subscribe to Trending Today for deeper dives as the story unfolds. And remember, sometimes history doesn't repeat, it just refreshes the page.